Here we go. Ready for some cooking? Hello! Today's project is I'm going to try to smoke some walleye. A friend of mine sent me some walleye from Minnesota. So we have the walleye soaking in milk, in a milk bath. And from there, we're gonna drag it through some egg, and then we have some pork panko here to bread it with, and then we're gonna put it on the cookie sheet. So that's the process, and then we're gonna stick it on the smoker at 450 for around 20 minutes or so. And while that's in the smoker, I've got my cast iron there. I haven't actually started heating it yet, so I'll put this on, but I have leftover pork belly. So I'm gonna cut that into chunks and throw it in there. And then I'm gonna also make, this is a little bonus, my little bonus, either appetizer or side dish. I got my cod liver. I'm gonna try, just out of curiosity, I'm gonna try mixing it with a little bit of that chipotle lime mayonnaise stuff, just to make a little mousse for like a side dish. So let's get started. First I forgot to add my spices here to my pork panko. So we're gonna put some smoked paprika. We're just gonna dump a bunch of this paprika in here. That might be enough. We also have, I'm gonna put some of my blackened fish spice, which also has some paprika, but it's also got cayenne pepper, chipotle pepper, among other things, garlic. I gotta make some more of that. Hopefully I remember how to do it. All right, in addition, add some extra salt, even though the blackened fish spice does have some salt in it already. There we go. So let me rearrange this so you can see. And for those who have not seen it before, this is what I'm using for the breading. It's the pork panko. No carbs. Oh, and Parmesan. That's gonna go on there too. That's gonna make it crispy. And we have a greased cookie sheet that we're gonna put in there. I used, normally I use bacon grease for most of my stuff, but today, I don't know, I tried something different. This is beef tallow, so. You know what, I'm gonna add a little bit more of this pork panko, because it doesn't look like it's gonna cover it. Wow, this is all clumpy. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and we cut these into, this is the fish. I don't want to drip all over. But we cut it into little chunks, so they're not humongous or anything. Now, can you see that? I'm dipping it in the egg. And then, well, that one's in the egg. Let's throw another one in the... I don't know what I just said. All right. This is another kind of a bigger chunk, but more in a sideways way. There's some skin. You know what? I'm going to pull the skin just because it's not the same as frying. Okay, that should do it. So this is our fish. It's going into the smoker, and we have the, this is the Parmesan. Freshly grated too, in case you're wondering. I don't use the pre-grated anything. I don't use the Parmesan in that little, whatever brand that is, the powdered version with all the added chemicals. This is straight Parmesan cheese, hand grated right before I started the video. There we go. It is ready for the smoker. All right, just for added color, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of dried parsley. There we go. Fancy. All right. To the smoker we go. And yeah, this whole thing goes on there. I don't even have to take it off and put it on. We just toss it in there. I'm not sure if the smoker is up to temperature yet, but let's go find out. Okay, we're out here at the Traeger. Our temperature is 432, but it's climbing. So we want it to be 450 before we stick it in. So let's give it a second. It's 82 degrees, by the way. And I'm sitting in front of a hot smoker. It's 450. It's time to put it on. All right, here we go. So, we'll let that sit for 20 minutes. And when it gets close to time, I will start the pork belly chunks. We're gonna fry those up crispy, maybe put some barbecue sauce on them, and maybe an egg or two, we'll see. All right, the fish is smoking down there, And while that's going on, I'm gonna pull out the pork belly and slice it up. Big chunk of pork belly. That might be enough. I'm going to slice off a little extra. To eat while I'm waiting, because I am hungry. That's good cold too. Got the pork belly. I wonder if I should do just a little bit more. This stuff is so good, man. All right, that's good. Let's save that. Man, I'm so hungry it takes all I've got to not eat this, wolf this stuff down. Check out this, the fat. It's like a layer of fat, but then it's got that jelly stuff underneath it. When I'm done with this pork belly, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna save it in a container and use it for my next batch of bone broth. Because it's gelling up really nice. It'll be a nice nice addition of flavor. Okay, well the pan is heating, or the skillet, and the fish is baking. Let me bring you down again. I'm gonna mix up this batch of this cod liver. Now I've never done this before either. I'm just making this up. But I thought it would be interesting. Hang on, I gotta take this by the trash. See what it looks like in the can. Most people are like grossed out by this, but because they've never had it, they're judging the book by its cover. Okay, this is the cod liver. This stuff is packed with nutrients. Packed in its own oil. This is the chipotle lime. Avocado mayo. So we're gonna mix that in. Actually, let me use that fork. And we have some oil in there too. So we're just squishing it up all together. It tastes okay. I mean, I don't mind it by itself. This just adds a little bit of this flavoring and a little bit of spice. Okay, we're gonna dump this pork belly in the pan. And this is on low. It's like 2 out of 10. I'll crank it up a little more once we get going, but I don't want to. I guess we don't have too much time till that fish is done. I'll crank it. It's got so much good fat on it. It'll render out quick. We're going to use actually tongs. We're going to need this eventually. All right, I'm gonna back it off just so I can go downstairs and check on this fish. You can come with me. Check out my piano. Thermopop. It's done. All right, we're going to shut this down and we're going to pull this thing out. Okay. So this is perfect timing. Here we go. Can you see that? Check this out. Crispy fish. So let's take this on up. Okay, we're back upstairs. We got the, here, I'll show you. The fish under foil so it doesn't get completely cold. And we have to turn this back up to where I had it. But it's going here. All right, we're almost there. It's getting crispy. Here, I'll show you. It's popping too. I don't want to stand too close. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this out. We're going to pull this out. We're going to cook the egg. Then we're going to throw this back in and mix it with some barbecue sauce. So let me see what I'm going to put it in. I'm going to go with one of these plates today. Yeah, it's getting nice and crispy. Wow, it looks good, man. I could just let it go. Let it keep getting crispy. Let's just use this so I can get a bunch of them. Can you see that? It's popping around like popcorn. Okay, let's put those eggs in. Actually, I'm gonna save a little bit of this. Smoking. That one broke. Okay. So we got to get the eggs out onto there and then that into there. I was not thinking. I should have put these in just a separate thing. There. Solved. Smokey, it's not even close to your dinner time. I should have left a little bit more of that grease in there. I got nothing to splash over the top. The old burger dome. It's a little bit more. I think I've told you before, for the barbecue sauce, we're using the Primal Kitchen organic, unsweetened. But I did add a little extra stuff to it when I was barbecuing the pork belly. So we have a mixture of that, and I put some Swerve brown sugar, the sugar replacement, just to sweeten it up slightly, and then I put some apple cider vinegar in to thin it. So that's what we have. All right, this should be done now. Yep, it is. Actually, almost too done. I just messed up my yolk. It's all foggy, like a eye with glaucoma or cataracts. All right, now we put this back on the heat. Dump those back in. Heat them up again. I'm going to add some of this grease back in. It'll have you popping. All right, in goes our barbecue. There's the fish. Actually, that pan is already cool. That looks delish. I'm gonna add some paprika. Just to the egg yolk, since it's kind of milky. We have smoked crispy walleye with Parmesan. We have smoked and then fried pork belly with barbecue sauce, and then we got this turkey egg. There's another egg underneath, but it was the broken one, so it's hidden. So there you go. Let's get it. Voila. Okay, let's try this. Now I've already had this earlier in the week, so let's try the fish. I kind of went back and forth about maybe trying to make some tartar sauce or something, but I don't want to go overboard with sauces, and this has plenty of like cheese and stuff on it. That's good. I forgot my appetizer. My cod liver pate. Cod livery. I don't know if I like it with that mayonnaise. So, this fish, it's light and fluffy, and it's got just the right amount of spice and crispness. Very good. So this is walleye from Minnesota. And this is pork belly, which is always good. Oh, that's so good. From White Oak Pastures. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And hit that subscribe button in the corner. And I'll just keep bringing them to you. I almost didn't do this today because I was so hungry. I was thinking, oh, I got to go through all that before I can eat. But it was worth the wait. Yes. Oh. I'm sort of getting in the habit of having a new t-shirt every time. This is the Proper Human Diet for the conference they're having in September, virtual conference. They sent me a t-shirt. Nice. So this is the Proper Human Diet. So I will talk to you next time. And until then, delicious.